Another beautiful morning. I like to come and spend some time out here with my bees. If you've seen one of my previous videos, I've been trying to catch some wild swarms here in Texas and not having a good time at it. I've used several different kinds of queen hormones. Number one product that I've used in the past is Swarm Commander, and just not really having much luck here in Texas due to the fact that the last couple of winters here has wiped out the majority of the bees here in East Texas by what I'm finding out and talking with locals. And swarms just aren't what they used to be. So I had to go out and I bought myself 3 Nooks, and I'm just letting them get settled in here. They've been here for a couple of weeks. The frames weren't all full, so I could safely leave them in there, to continue to build brood and so forth. But probably within the next couple of days before the weekend, I'm going to have them transferred into the new boxes. We had to go out and we had to buy some new hive boxes due to the fact that our old boxes are still nowhere to be found due to the fact that we have so much stuff unpacked. Living in a trailer, you just can't unpack a household of stuff and have places for it. So it's a gorgeous morning. Well, guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update on how well our new Nooks are doing. As you can see, they've made themselves rather comfortable, and we are finding that they are producing a lot of brood. The green and the purple, those are our strongest hives. The blue one here, you'll see bees fly in and out eventually, but it is our weaker hive. I believe I have a queen that she's a little lazy, but the center box is actually bred off of or split off of an Africanized hive. I was a little bit leery of accepting that Nook, but he convinced me that he ended up, according to him, it was a very aggressive hive, and he got rid of the queen, he split the hive, and he added 2 Italian queens. And so it's passive. When I opened it up, I definitely had to use smoke with them. The green and the blue hives, I probably wouldn't have to use any smoke. I always try to use smoke just to keep the overly aggressive bees mellowed out. But I'm staying very cautious about that Africanized hive there in the center. They are definitely the strongest. They are growing the fastest. I'm going to put a medium on top of these probably within the next couple of weeks, just because they are filling their frames, and I don't want them to start feeling as though that they're going to have to start producing a queen cell and split. So, knock on wood, I just think I spotted a problem. Sure enough, I'm not sure if you can see there or not, but I have ants going in my blue box there. Alrighty, well, I've got some work to do due to the fact that these ants will kill a hive in a matter of time. I do see an ant on the other hive. right. Well, I guess it's glad that I decided to make this video. Maybe that's a reason why I've noticed that my blue hive here is just acting kind of weak, but I definitely have a lot of I got a lot of ants here on this blue hive, so I'm gonna have to open it up, and I might have to switch all the frames over to a different box and eliminate these guys, because as you can see there on the end of the 4x4, see all the ants? They're going in and out of the blue hive, which means that my bees are under attack. So, alrighty then. So there's an update of what's going on. I suppose I might as well get my suit on and get at it. So, you guys stay safe out there. Peace. I have got to show you one of the biggest hornets I have ever seen in my life. Now, I believe this could be a murder hornet. I'm not quite sure, but this is a pint jar. Look at the size of this guy. This guy is... This guy's 3 inches long. The stinger on this guy is scary huge. I can't believe that I just walked in and just snagged him with the jar. And he let me. But I'm gonna puncture some holes in this jar. I want to try to keep him alive. But this guy right here, if this is a murder hornet, he will wipe out our beehives in no time. He can go in, he can, take the blunt attack from the hive. And look at the mandibles on that guy. Can you see him? This guy is just, I would hate to, look at his chompers. I've actually seen these guys inside of a beehive in a video, and he just literally cuts bees in half.
In the search for autumnal food, a scout hornet discovers Yamaguchi's wild bees. The honeybees fan an alarm pheromone through the air. This alerts the whole hive to the hornet's presence. The scout smells the honey within. A prize this rich is worth scent marking. But unlike the European bees, these Japanese bees do not attack. Instead, they lure the scout inside. Still, the bees hang fire. Then, one is caught. It's the signal the others have been waiting for. Surrounded by vibrating bodies, the hornet at the core of the bee ball begins to overheat. The bees have the advantage, a heat tolerance 2 degrees above that of their enemy. At 46 degrees Celsius, the aggressor is roasted alive. The wild bees have spent millions of years living with the enemy. That's why they alone have developed this extraordinary survival strategy.
But this guy is scary. Look at the size of him. Look at, now that's a pint lid. Look, that's a pint lid, and he fills the entire pint lid. That's how big he is.
That's like something out of Jurassic Park. I mean, this is not normal. I have never ever seen a bee that big before in my life. That ain't a bee. That thing's got to be a robot or something.
I think this is a murder hornet.
Yeah, great. We got murder hornets.
We're gonna have to find out.
Yeah, we're gonna contact Texas A&M.
Wow.
You have to cut some holes in there, he's gonna be dead.
Scary stuff right there. Look at the size of that stinger.
He's as big as a bee on a pillow.
How appropriate. Look at how he hangs halfway down the pint jar.
I want to know how he got in my laundry can.
Well, I'm glad he did, because it allowed us to take him out of...
Yesterday when he flew by, I thought it was a freaking hummingbird.
Remember when he flew by when we were down below?
I screamed. Yes, I remember it.
And I think I should have been a little...
face.
I think I should have been a little more concerned.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the cicada killer, one of the largest wasp species in the United States. This is only second to the tarantula hawk. Now, this wasp is not technically a spider wasp like the tarantula hawk. This is in fact a sand wasp. Now, similar to the tarantula hawk, they have a very unique biological cycle. This one that you're looking at right here is a female. It is the females that get larger than the males, and the females that are armed with a venomous stinger. And what the females will do is search around in the treetops for cicadas. They will hone in on their target, move in, and use that elongated abdomen to swoop up underneath their prey and then sting it. They paralyze the cicada, similar in the way that a tarantula hawk paralyzes a spider. Eventually, the male cicada killers fertilize the egg that she lays on top of the paralyzed cicada. The female will physically carry that cicada in its large mandibles and its grappling hook-like legs back to its underground burrow. These burrows can be up to 20 inches in length, and they have multiple tunnels. At the end of each one of these tunnels, the female will place the paralyzed cicada. Once that egg hatches, it turns into a pupa and begins to feast upon that paralyzed insect until it grows large enough to build a cocoon, and then once it hatches out of that cocoon the next season, another cicada killer comes up from under the ground. If that's not a true horror story, I don't know what is. Now, this is a very large wasp, and the easiest way to identify it are those large amber-colored wings. When this creature is at rest, like it is right now, the wings have a very triangular shape to them, very different looking from a hornet or a spider wasp. You'll see there, when she folds her wings back, it looks a little more concave, similar to a giant hornet, which makes it really easy to misidentify this species as that foreign invader. And when you look at the front of the insect, it has enormous eyes. These wasps have incredible eyesight. They're primarily diurnal, and you'll see them very active on overcast, cloudy days. Again, they're using their senses to find the cicadas up in the tree, target in on their prey, and then they will make a move. Now, that thorax is rather sizable, very robust, but it's the abdomen that is the most unique. That black and yellow coloration tells you that this creature is venomous. Aposematic means leave me alone, I am not something you want to be stung by. Now, when it comes to the demeanor of this wasp, to be honest, they're rather docile, and very seldomly will they ever interact with humans. In fact, the only time that you stand the chance of being stung by this insect is if you were to step on top of its burrow and it were to come up from underneath you and try to escape. It would maybe sting your bare foot if you were blocking its escape way. Other than that, this is not a bug that is ever going to go out of its way to try to interact with humans. During the summertime, you will oftentimes see clusters of the males battling it out up in the air, but other than that, these are considered solitary sand wasps. No matter how you break it down, guys, to be honest, this is one very intimidating insect.
So, another day, we were out working on our storm shelter, and these insects like sandy ground, and our property around here is what they call sandy loam. The top several feet all the way down to 10 feet is normally sand, and then you have clay below that. So these insects make their homes down into the sand, you know, anywhere from 18 to 20 some inches deep. And the other day I was out there and I was noticing that a couple of these insects were actually were sitting there fighting on top of each other like that. And I started investigating, and I found out this is called a mating ball. And I found this video. Check this out. It's really quick. It's only like 10 seconds long, but this guy was brave enough to actually make this video. Check this out. One of the biggest concerns about the cicada killer, or also known as the cicada hawk, is that they're misinterpreted as to being the Asian murder hornet. And as you can see here in the picture, there's a difference between the two, but I can tell you, when they fly by you, you're not sitting there studying them up close to try to determine if it's a cicada hawk or if it is a Asian murder hornet. We have now seen both of them. The first time that we saw the Asian murder hornet in Oregon, we did not stick around. We immediately got on the phone, found out in Oregon they wanted you to kill them, and then end up sending the information in as to where you lived and so forth, so they can keep track of where they're being spotted. But as far as I know, there aren't any here in Texas, but this beautiful insect here has many believing that, you know, that it is the murder hornet due to, again, the media publicity that's out there. But Julie and I, we do not kill them. The first one I captured, I was going to actually send into Texas A&M and have them take a look at it, but after Julie got on the phone and did some research, that's what led us down the path of understanding that the cicada killer here is native to Texas, and it just happens to be that, you know, they're being seen a little bit more during this time of year, but again, the one that we did end up capturing, it died in the jar because I just, you know, I put holes in the lid, as you can see, and you know, it died overnight. The one on the right, that one there, Julie actually found dead outside, and kind of freaked her out because it happened to be on our washing machine, which is she shut the door and it fell down, and it was still kind of moving, so it was in the process of dying. But you know, we don't kill them. They say that if you have to kill them because there is, say, a nest near you that is a nuisance and they're bothering your pets or your family, then you can use a product called Sevin, and SEVIN, and you know, you might want to research this, especially if you have pets, because obviously this type of poison isn't something that you want your pets around inhaling, because it is a dust, it's a powder. They do have a liquid form, but they say that if you do have to kill the nest, the liquid form, you want to shoot it down the hole once you locate where it's at, and just flood the hole with it. And you know, be careful, because they will come bailing out, and I'm sure that they're going to be looking to get vengeance. So anyhow, we let them live, and we're finding that they're beautiful insects, and we're getting a lot of enjoyment out of them. So hope this video helps some of you out there. List one of the coolest things about Texas. Texas is so awesome, man. You got to check it out. God bless Texas. Peace.